As of version 1.2, Fredo Portrait includes a function to generate 2D components from 3D objects. So let's take this model where we have trees in 3Ds. Let's launch Portrait Studio and select this tree. As I'm in the viewport setting, I can select my view. Let's say that I'm happy with it, so I just press this button to generate a 2D component. So in this dialog box, there are a number of options. Obviously, I need to give a name to the 2D component. I can change or set the insertion point, make the component face the camera, and I have other option. In particular, I can specify the image width in a pixel. So it does matter if you increase or decrease this value in terms of precision for the details. So let's generate now the 2D component. It's going to take a little bit of time because the tree is complex. So when it's done, the 2D component appears in the component browser. So you can drag it to the viewport. So it's a face me component as you was specified. And let's close this. So what Fredo Portrait has done is to contour all the details, including the holes in this tree. So this is more apparent when you switch to monochrome, where you see that this component is based on faces. Okay, so if I go inside, you see that I have faces and with a number of holes, so that when I turn on shadows, I get a reasonably accurate shadow for the 2D component. Okay, so let's see it this way. Yeah. So you see that the shadow for the 2D component projects holes in the leaves. Fredo Portrait provides several modes for contouring. The most advanced is contouring with holes, and probably it will be the most popular. So let's type the name of the component and generate it. So here it is. So if I put it in the model and switch to monochrome, you see that the car is contoured also for the window, showing the background as well as the wheel, and also a small hole for this wheel. You can now have the pure external contouring, which would be like a silhouette. Okay, so let's take my car again, my 3D car, and generate so 2D car silhouette. Okay, generate it. So here it is. Let's put it here in the model. So switching to monochrome, you see that here you don't have the holes. You have only the external shape of the car. So it may or not matter for you. The main difference is about shadows. Okay, if you have the contouring with holes, you have more realistic shadows. If you have only silhouette, you see that it's less realistic. By the way, it does not cost more or take a longer time to use holes or not holes. Okay, the difference is minimal. The two other modes are just crop image. So if you crop image, you will simply get a rectangle. I should have switched to back to, so turn the shadow, crop image. Let's do it again. So by the way, if you enter a name which already exists for a definition of a component, you have the choice to either create a new definition with a name where you have the suffix -1, or to override the definition. So let's override the definition. So the 2D car drop now is a single rectangle which is cropped to the 2D model. Okay, and the last option is really the full image. So it just creates a rectangle with the sides of the image and nothing else. So let's put it here. So you see that it just a rectangle with the texture of the original image. You can generate the 2D component as a face me component, so always facing the camera. You can also generate it as a regular component with the choice of three orientation, either so they are given by the normal to the plane. So for example, Z would be on the horizontal plane. So let's take this. So here is the generation of the 2D component on the horizontal plane. For convenience, you have the choice of the insertion point, which can be the center of the 2D component or one of the corner or a middle segment. So let's take the center, generate the 2D car, and we'll see that when it is generated, the insertion point is in the center of the image. Okay. In SketchUp, you can anyway change this later on. The width of the image, that is the resolution for the contouring, is given in pixel. So this value can go up to 6,000 pixels, so well beyond the resolution of the screen in general. However, you have to be aware that the time for computing the contouring is exponential with the size of the image. And very often you don't see the difference, so it's not worth increasing this value unless it is absolutely necessary. Here, this 3D trees has been generated as a 2D component with 1000 pixels and with 3500 pixels. So 1000 pixels took 5 seconds, 3500 pixels took over 30 seconds, and there is almost no difference in the rendering of the contouring.